This is AI tailored outreach messages. It's done manually. It gives you a little flavor for what you can potentially do in a more scaled up automated fashion, but it allows you to pick and choose from lots of different iterations, which is kind of neat. The manual way always works, it's just slower, and this gives you a lot more options to work with. So, the goal here is that we have a single connection outreach message and then three follow ups for three different people at any company that we want to tailor this messaging for. The resources, as you can see here, we're looking at the brief. The prompt is a massive one. I spent probably way too much time building this prompt, and it's basically its own product. But the idea is that I have merge fields in here, and we are essentially building these with a lot of background involved. Again, we have the first connection request followed by three different follow-up emails. This would or messages. This would allow you to tailor this and infuse this into additional outreach messages if you wanted to automate it, and I will eventually show that in the near future. There are lots of different elements that I'm giving either ChatGPT or DeepSeek or whatever LLM you choose to choose from so that it has different avenues in which it can tailor the messaging depending on what is there. There's so much in here, right? The task is then spitting everything out into a table that allows you to pick and choose which messages and how it's written and what you like about it. Like I went crazy all in on this stuff. The second prompt will then feed it all of our own data. We've done this in other projects and other tasks where we've just put in our own links that has our LinkedIn URL, our latest resume with can view for anybody that has the link for all of these different assets. Then we have the company info, and I'll show you how we very quickly pull that. And then we have the three individual targets from the company. So we're going to drop the LinkedIn URLs in there. Makes sense? I hope so. It should be very straightforward. I'm going to run through this super fast so you see what a real world scenario looks like. Back inside of our brief, you are going to make a copy of this crazy long prompt. I've shown you guys how to do that. It's really straightforward. At the very bottom of the prompt, we are going to replace all of the non-existing links with our links, and those should look like this. So I'm going to just show you a more finished version of that. There's no sense in watching me copy and paste. It's unnecessary. So now I am actually going to throw in the job data, and that's really fast. I've already found a job that is easy for me to do this with, so let's rock and roll. Watch me do it super fast. This is the job, so I'm pasting the URL. I've already indicated that it is a job ad, and now I need to find three people from the company. Quick Google search, and there they are on LinkedIn. Awesome. Checking out the employees. Great. So there's 48 results. Again, I'm looking for somebody that's my equal, somebody that's C-level, and somebody that I don't know is kind of higher up. So this operations person looks interesting. This is more than likely a co-founder. And last but not least, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Everybody's in my prompt. Great. So now it comes time to run all this stuff. So first thing I'm going to do is copy the instructions. Massive prompt. Right click, copy, paste. Now I'm going to use deep research just so we're on the same page. You get 25 per month. I'm down to 9. If I'm just asking it, do you understand? I'm not going to get a lot out of it. So for the benefits of today, I am going to combine the instructions with some of the data. Now, if you keep them separate, sometimes things can go haywire, but let's see what happens. It's all kind of part of the fun. So I'm just going to copy the remainder of the stuff from my prompt way at the bottom. Copy, paste, deep research. Let's go. It's asking clarifying questions. I did not put in my own data, so I'm doing that now and clarifying the questions in order to get more accurate responses. Okay, this took all of close to 12 minutes, quite a wait time, but that's what deep research often does. So I am going to take all of the information that it spat out, copy, paste. Now, each of these covers basically the different types of messaging as well as the main messages that I want to potentially send out. So this is the intro message, this is the follow-up message, and so on. Now, I could use each of these as is and basically individually send these out by just copying everything in there and then adding a little bit of structure to it and sending them directly out on LinkedIn. It is a slower process to do that, and ultimately, I hate slow, so I have added in additional instructions to basically reformat. This will help you to be able to create lots of outreach templates in the future that are tailored and have merge fields. So just bear with me, watch and see where this goes. So back inside of our prompt, we have not created a project. We've just done this outright. I am now going to convert this information over to a really nice table. So we're just going to prompt 3 at the very bottom of this, which basically says, hey, give me all of the stuff that you gave me, but do it in a nicer format. So I'm going to highlight everything here, copy, and paste. Note that deep research is no longer on because we're just reformatting. Good. Now I have everything in a nice and neat format that isn't taking all of the individual lines and kind of different angles. It's all kind of in a nice format. I'm going to copy this. I'm going into my drive and creating a new doc and pasting. Pasted, and now I just need to give it a name. Now I could copy and paste these messages manually and do the connection requests as I've done before. It's a little slower, but it does work. Just food for thought. I took everything that was in that super long prompt and all of the tailoring and put it into DeepSeek, and in a much quicker fashion, but not in the same format, it gave me what I was looking for, which is the intro and one follow up. It works. These are cool messages, and I can manually copy them and use them for outreach just the same. Back inside of our brief, of course, after somebody connects and you are sending follow-up messages, you can continue to repurpose and reuse these as you please. Also, I think it's interesting to be able to just plug in a different scenario in a different company and get completely unique outreach messages. Eventually, we are going to run a number of prompts that will create reusable templates that have merge fields instead of these tailored things, because ultimately this is a lot slower. And we'll be doing that within LinkedIn automation coming real soon. But thank you for sitting through this and watching. There are so many different ways to do it. Sometimes it is faster in order just to get things done, to do it quick and manually. Other times it totally makes sense to over engineer stuff, but this might not be one of those cases. I do want to show how we will use a very similar prompt, the long one that you just saw here, to be able to generate really nice templates that then we can rinse, reuse, and repurpose using a LinkedIn automated outreach tool that automatically does the connection requests and the follow-ups.